Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. We're looking at a literal medical mystery today. It's a pathogen you totally can't see, but man, it can cause severe respiratory distress in just a matter of days. We're going to break down exactly how hantavirus operates, how it sneaks around, and why knowing about it is absolutely your best defense.
Think about it for a second. What if a pretty dangerous pathogen was just hiding out in places you barely even think about? We usually picture viruses spreading in crowded cities or through close human contact, right? But honestly, something as simple as opening up a dusty old cabin for the summer could accidentally expose you to this totally invisible threat.
So the culprit we're dealing with here is hantavirus. It's rare, but yeah, it's dangerous, and it's carried completely silently by rodents. Honestly, its stealth is its absolute biggest advantage. You can't see it, you can't smell it, you definitely can't hear it. The mice or rats could have packed up and left months ago, but the virus, it can just stubbornly hang out in the environment they left behind.
Now, how you actually catch it doesn't happen the way you might assume. The main sources are an infected rodent's urine, saliva, and droppings. Gross, I know. But the real danger unlocks when that stuff dries out. It breaks down, and these tiny contaminated particles actually aerosolize. They mix right into the air. So you might literally just be moving an old cardboard box, and bam! Suddenly you're breathing those particles right into your lungs.
This whole invisible transmission thing actually kicked off a massive, real-life medical detective story. Rewind to 1993. A completely mysterious outbreak just shocked the US. We're talking healthy, young adults suddenly getting hit with severe breathing problems, literally collapsing in a matter of hours. It took months of intense digging, but medical scientists finally cracked the case and identified the cause, this previously super obscure bug called hantavirus.
And here's the truly deceptive part about it. It feels so normal at first. Early on, it basically just mimics your standard flu. You get a fever, a headache, muscle aches, you're super tired. But then, almost without warning, it can suddenly shift into Hantavirus Pulmonary Syndrome, or HPS. That is a drastic turn where the lungs actually start filling with fluid and the patient starts desperately struggling for oxygen.
Because there's literally no specific cure for HPS, treatment instantly becomes this frantic race against time. Medical teams have to rely 100% on supportive care. We're talking intensive oxygen therapy, putting patients on ventilators, basically doing whatever it takes to help the body fight off the infection. So, fast diagnosis, it's absolutely crucial. It's the ultimate determining factor in whether someone survives.
Okay, let's take a step back here for a second. Deep breath. Hantavirus is rare, like really rare, and it is definitely not some looming pandemic, mainly because it just doesn't spread from human to human. The overall risk to the general public is super low. We're talking about it not to freak you out, but to encourage smart, targeted prep. Knowledge is power, right?
So, what's the game plan if you do have to clean out a dusty cabin or shed? First rule, step away from the vacuum. Seriously, do not use a dry broom or vacuum. Doing that is the exact thing that launches those particles right up into the air you're breathing. Instead, wet everything down. You want to spray a solid disinfectant first? Open all the doors and windows to ventilate the space entirely. And for sure, always wear gloves and a mask.
It is so easy to let those dramatic social media headlines completely hijack our sense of risk. Whenever some rare virus pops up in the news, human nature kind of makes us assume the threat is everywhere, right? But experts always say the same thing. Stay calm and look at the facts. You'll probably never, ever encounter this virus. But keeping a cool head and staying informed, that's your best possible shield. There's actually a really great guiding principle here. Fear without knowledge creates confusion, but knowledge without panic creates protection. I love that. Learning how a pathogen works should make you terrified to go outside or open a shed. It should empower you. It gives you exactly what you need to navigate the world safely. Meanwhile, the medical community is not just sitting still. Researchers are out there constantly pushing forward. They're improving supportive treatments, tracking how the virus moves, and really trying to tackle that massive hurdle of rapid diagnosis. Catching a virus that literally disguises itself as the flu, that's incredibly tough. But thankfully, the advancements they're making in early detection are genuinely saving lives. As we wrap up this explainer, it really makes you think about our fragile connection to nature, doesn't it? I mean, if a microscopic particle just chilling in a dusty shed can bring a perfectly healthy human body to a dead stop, what else are we missing? We share our world with so many unseen forces. So stay curious, stay informed out there. Because at the end of the day, the things you can't see are often the ones you absolutely need to understand.